IRS tax problems. Hello, I'm tax attorney Charles Dillon, and in this video, I'm here to guide you through a maze of IRS tax problems. We'll dive into some of the most common issues that individuals and businesses often turn to me for help in solving. Let's get started. Dealing with IRS tax problems can be incredibly stressful, especially when you're the one affected by them. However, I want you to know that there are solutions to these problems, and we can work together to resolve them. Are you currently dealing with the stress of an IRS tax audit? Tax audits involve in-depth examinations of your financial records to verify the accuracy of your reported income and deductions. Remember, it's not just about numbers, but about ensuring you are compliant with federal tax laws. Having trouble paying your owed amount to the IRS? Don't worry. You may qualify for either an installment agreement, an offer in compromise, or having your account put into currently not collectible status. An IRS installment agreement will enable you to pay your past due taxes in affordable monthly installments, prevent penalties, and help you meet your tax obligations over time. An IRS offer in compromise is a formal process where you can settle your tax debt for less than the full amount owed, providing financial relief and a resolution to your tax liability. IRS non-collectible status is a classification that will temporarily stop tax collection efforts against you because of financial hardship, offering you relief from immediate payment obligations. If you are a business owner, it is very important to point out that businesses also have a critical duty which can never be forgotten or ignored. All businesses with employees must timely and accurately file their wage and withholding forms, as well as submit federal payroll taxes. Failure to do so could lead to substantial penalties against the business, as well as its owners, officers, and employees, including assessment of the IRS Trust Fund Recovery Penalty. The IRS Trust Fund Recovery Penalty can be financially devastating. The penalty mirrors the unpaid amount withheld from employee wages, which is a serious responsibility for businesses. The IRS Trust Fund Recovery Penalty is assessed against individuals who are responsible for handling and remitting payroll taxes, but fail to do so. IRS tax liens can feel like a heavy burden to bear. IRS tax liens make it difficult to secure loans or credit in the future. Additionally, they give the IRS the legal right to hold a claim on your property as collateral for the unpaid tax debt. The IRS levy authority is incredibly powerful. IRS levies are harmful because they allow the IRS to seize your property, bank accounts, and other assets to pay your unpaid taxes. They can lead to the loss of personal possessions and create legal complications. Remember, IRS tax liens and IRS tax levies are harmful and can often cause great financial hardship and disruption to your life. The devastating impact they might cause should never be underestimated. If you have unfiled tax returns, the IRS might step in. Failing to file your IRS tax returns can result in the accumulation of penalties, interest, and a potentially larger tax debt. Moreover, unfiled tax returns may lead to audits, collection efforts, and in some cases, criminal investigations, posing significant financial and legal risks. Sometimes, the IRS will file on your behalf a substitute for return for your unfiled tax years. Substituted tax returns often miss valuable deductions you would otherwise be entitled to and leave you with a higher tax bill than you would otherwise owe. Don't let the IRS file your tax returns for you. Filing a joint IRS tax return with your spouse can have benefits, such as potentially lowering tax rates and simplified filing. However, it's important to know that joint filing means both spouses are jointly and severally liable for the taxes owed. This means that if there are errors, omissions, or unpaid taxes on the return, both spouses are held responsible. This can lead to financial consequences and potential legal problems if there are mistakes or problems with the return. But in certain cases, relief options like IRS Innocent Spouse Relief might come to the rescue, especially during challenging times like divorces. So far, we've talked about the common tax problems people hire me to help with. Now let's discuss what to do if you disagree with the IRS and what are some of your rights in those situations. As a taxpayer, it's important for you to understand that not every decision made by the IRS hits the target like we want. People working for the IRS are human, just like you and me. They can and do make mistakes. You usually have the right to appeal their decisions through established channels. If you disagree with an IRS determination, you should consider filing an appeal with the IRS Office of Appeals, an independent branch within the IRS that reviews cases impartially. If you remain unsatisfied with the decision by the IRS Office of Appeals, usually you can further appeal your case by taking it to the U.S. federal courts. These options ensure that your rights as a taxpayer are protected and that you have opportunities to seek a fair resolution in the event of disagreements with the IRS. Knowing your rights is crucial, no matter your IRS tax problem. Feel free to call me and we can talk about how I may assist you. Thanks for watching.